Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194 and I appreciate you stopping by to check out my video. And we are here at Snetterton and I'm in the AMG EVO, and this is during the CP server multiplayer. It was kind of a fail on me as far as just making some driver errors. But the car is the setup for the car is really good, so I wanted to share that in case anybody wants to try it. And I'll show the wreck and then just show a few laps, and then we'll go over the setup. So let's get it started. Basically, just in turn one, I just drove in too hard and lost the rear end. Right there, and then I thought I could drive through it. Didn't. So, and basically did some serious heavy damage, and had to limp back to the pits. So took a while because the car was so, wouldn't go straight, and it was just a handful just to get it back to the pits. So basically got back to the pits and to get some work done, basically figured to see the setup would do over the rest of the stint. So basically just wanted to get the damage fixed, and of course I just have them throw on some new tires, but only had 3 or 4 laps on it. So we'll go over the last couple laps and go from there. I'll turn on the HUD. You see it was a real small field. Actually caught back up to 5th there. That's when I passed him. I guess a lot of people don't like this track, I guess. It's definitely hard. That was a 148.71. As you can see, my best was a 148 flat. The track is really hot. It is optimum, but it's really hot. So definitely not. It was still a little greasy with it being so hot. Basically, the setup and cooler temperatures, I was running 47 flats. So it is a good setup. Especially for here, because this place is so hard as far as trying to get something to be decent, but be able to make it all the way to the end without, being uncontrollable. And you can see that a lot of guys here are having really bad issues just keeping the car on the track here near the end. It was just, it's just so hard on the tires. It's such a crazy layout, just right here especially, and through turn one and all that through there. That was a 148.92. As you can see, KB finished 4th, so he did good, and Antonio finished 2nd. Again, it was just like I said, it was a small, really small field. And there's only one server, so like I said, I guess a lot of people really don't like this place. It's definitely hard. It's got some unique challenges to it. I really think I got the car handling decent for the most, through the stint, instead of just, it's got a drop off, but it's not, it's still drivable and balanced, and it doesn't feel like it's totally uncontrollable. That was a 149.0. So, I mean, basically a second off my fast there at the end. So, I mean, I was happy with that. So, let's go to the setup. And let's get into the... And I have, of course, now it was really hot there, so these tire temperatures, just take that for, I think they were about 4 up. Okay, so it's 25.4 for the left front, 26 for the left rear, and 26.6 for the right front and right rear. The toe is -0.1 with the camber at -3.2 and the caster at 12.5. On the rear, the toe is 0.12 with the camber at -3.1. Electronics were 4 and 5. Fuel, I had 81 liters. Of course, #1 brake pad. Mechanical, I had 7 on the anti-roll bar, 57 on the brake bias. And on the wheel rate, on the springs in the front were 155,000 with a bump stop rate of 1,000 on the left front and 900 on the right front, and a bump stop range of 1 on the left front and 5 on the right front. And then on the rear, the springs are 119,000 with a bump stop rate of 700 on the left rear and 600 on the right rear, and a bump stop range of 10 on the left rear and 20 on the right rear. Then your roll bar's 3, and the preload on the diff was 40. Shocks are 5, 4, 7, 6 all the way around, all 4 corners. And aero, I had 49 in the front, ride height 79 in the rear, with a 6 splitter in the front and a 7 rear wing, and a 4 and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation was a 0.5 to the positive. And of course, the tires, like I always say that tires and the brake ducts are always subject to change as far as the temperatures. I mean, I always try to keep about 24 to 27, 28 degrees in that range when I'm doing the setups. So that's what they're usually set for the brake ducts and the tires. But of course, like I said, they always need to be adjusted accordingly. But I appreciate it, and I will put a link of this in the description. So if somebody wants it that way. And again, it was just driver error on my part as far as just wrecking. But I mean, it is a good setup and pretty consistent for this place. So I'm really happy, and I hope it works good for you. And I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I hope you come back and visit really soon. And y'all take care. See ya.